Oh, good morning. It's 6:10 on the 21st of July. $57 degrees. Sunrise was at 5:04. Sunset's at 8:12. It's a little nippy. A lot of rain yesterday. You can see all the pine needles. Didn't do much because it was raining yesterday. I think it's supposed to be a nice day today. Well, I forgot my racket. Let's see what happens. Flynn woke me up at 20 after 5. I decided I'd just stay up. Of course, he went back to sleep. Twice he jumped up front floors on my arms. And then I sat up on the bed and tried to jump up in my lap. And wake up. Let's see, he wants to go to the Apprentice today. Which way, bud? North? South? Which way? Flynn. North? Alright. Let's see. We still have some puddling on the ground here. Should have put the denim jacket on. Again. And the puppy's already parked. See what we do for breakfast. Maybe some spam and eggs. couldn't get to sleep last night. There was nothing on TV, so he watched Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. I had only seen the end of that movie before. Never saw the whole thing. 1939 that came out. It was on Turner Classic Music, Turner Classic Movies, TCM. And after the movie's over, the guy gives an overview of when it was made, who starred in it, and sort of controversies. It turns out the Washington Press Corps had a pre-screening, and a couple of senators. They really bashed the movie, and Joseph Kennedy was the ambassador to Great Britain at the time, and he bashed Joseph Kennedy, was father of John Kennedy, Robin Kennedy, Joseph Kennedy. Get some lots of fun tracks. But 1939, they're making movies about corruption in D.C. And here, what? 86 years later, it's still happening. Nancy Pelosi made her millions of dollars insider trading. Hillary Clinton famously said that when Bill Clinton left the White House, they were broke, they were bankrupt, because of all his legal fees from getting his tubes cleaned by Monica and fighting the impeachment stuff. Flynn, come on. Flynn, come on. Like this one is not appropriate for kids, not meant for kids. Don't want to ask the parents what means eating too soon. Anyway. Yeah, after watching that movie, I'm just lying in bed thinking about D.C., about some of the people in Congress that are getting rich, some of the people that are just down there representing their constituents. And immediately comes to mind is Roberto Menendez, Bobby Menendez from New Jersey. Supposedly had hundreds of millions of dollars hidden away in his house. Cash and gold bars. His wife receiving Mercedes. He's serving 10 years in prison for corruption. I think his wife is going to prison too. A little bit of a breeze here. Which is not helping 57 degrees. Probably gonna be a hound dog right there. You hear the WRX take off to work. Come on. I think we're going to make it to the town line. About 250 feet. 200 feet. There we go. Well, maybe we will. bright squat now. Strange that hound dog stopped. All done? Alright, let's go mouse. The power lines are growing up. Come on, let's go. You can see how much dirt washed down. Come on. Flynn, come on. Flynn, come on. Big tracks. Yep. I watched too much YouTube yesterday. Can't remember how it started. Something popped up. Pink Floyd. Can't remember which Pink Floyd song it was, but I think it was Comfortably Numb. And that went into Joe Cocker. And there was one with Tom Petty and Prince, and a couple other people. But the Joe Cocker one was 2019 or something before he died. So of course I had to look up the original 1969 August Woodstock when he did A Little Hope for My Friends. And I watched the whole thing from 2019 and then whole thing from '69, and then I had to watch Santana, Soul Sacrifice, from Woodstock. And I noticed, I can't remember the guy's name, but the drummer from the Santana band had just turned 20 years old. Did I hear a vehicle? And of course I had to look up what other bands were at Woodstock. I knew Joni Mitchell and Hendrix and I think Sean and I forgot the Creedence had been there. And the Creedence set, the YouTube video is 46 minutes long, and I didn't watch that whole thing. Woodstock, 500,000 people. Listen to fun music. Max Yasgur. He's just a farmer. Used to be through it, closed. Country Joe McDonald. I think the fish. $58,000 people died in Vietnam, Americans. I don't know how many million Vietnamese, but that was a terrible time. I was in high school when that was all going on. Got out, wondering when I was going to get drafted. I had wasn't a good student, and I wasn't going to college. So, lived with the fear of being drafted, sent to Vietnam for years, until they come up with a draft. And my draft number, lottery number, was 251, and I think they're only taking people with 250 and below. So it's the only lottery I've ever won of significance. I did win $50 one time, but won the lottery for not going to Vietnam. That was a big one. I had friends, Francie Better, Tommy Ruberski, and can't remember the other guy's name. They joined the Navy to do their training service and stay off the ground in Vietnam. Let's go. Enough of that. Let's wrap this up. We're going to have a cup of coffee. Thanks for watching.